Hello and welcome to the 260 Chat Health Talk Show. My name is Faith Shorofura and today we're going to be talking about breast cancer, and today we have a breast cancer survivor that's just going to be giving us all the details you may need to know about when you're diagnosed, the process and after. Please help me welcome Priska to our Health Talk Show. Hi Priska.
Hi Faith, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you, and we're happy to be having you at our Health Talk Show today.
It is my pleasure to be here.
Alright, so today we want to be talking about breast cancer, and I understand you're a breast cancer survivor.
Yes, I am a breast cancer survivor. I got diagnosed 4 years ago. It's not something which I never thought that it will affect me. I was ignorant. It's one disease which I never even consider in my life. But sadly, I got the diagnosis, but I've got a lot to share about it and to inspire other people out of breast cancer, because I know as breast cancer, if you get a family member or anyone going through that, you feel kind of sad, but I've got a lot which I can talk about to give hope to other people who are affected in other way. Could it be a family member or going through this? That's why I'm here.
All right, so maybe just to begin, if you don't mind telling us at what age you were diagnosed with breast cancer.
I was 36 years old, pregnant, 8 months pregnant. That's when I got my diagnosis.
Okay, so what did you feel? What was going on that made you maybe then feel that something was going on within your breast?
With me, I didn't have any symptoms. I was really healthy. Never had any problems. I didn't notice anything on my boobs. I was just pregnant and I thought everything is normal. And how I came to discover this lump, I was 8 months pregnant, like what I've said. I wore a strapless bra, which I thought it's small at that time because I thought there was no point for me to buy a new bra. So the following morning, I noticed that it's kind of like uncomfortable in a way. I dismissed it because I thought it
was pregnancy related.
Exactly. So I shared with my other half, who's a medical doctor, and he kind of like said, go and get checked. And I thought, like, what is he talking about? It's lactation or anything like that. 5 days went by with me not making any move to go to my doctor. So my husband, being concerned, he really made sure that I had to go and see my doctor, of which I done. On the day when I went, it was treated like anything else. It's not nerve-wracking because at times ignorance, I'll say it does pay. Had biopsy. Anyway, I'm based in UK. So when I went to the doctor, I was referred to a breast clinic as a matter of emergency. They've got their guidelines there, so I didn't have to wait long. It was on a Friday, I remember vividly, when I had the biopsy done, and then I had to wait just a couple of days to get my results. So with me, at that point, I wasn't thinking of anything else, to be honest, because I was pregnant. I was looking forward to welcome my baby. And on the day, sadly, when I went for my results, I was the last one on the clinic list. The consultant, when she called me in, I could tell from his face, it just dropped. And because of my professional background as well, I could tell that it might not be good news. And sadly, the consultant, they didn't sugarcoat or anything else. It was just warm greetings, just like that, and straight to the point. Priska, I'm afraid you've got aggressive breast cancer. That moment, that's when my world crashed. I did cry.
All right, so maybe if you can elaborate more on this stage that you were diagnosed with.
The stage 3 with the stage 3 of my one. Cancer is a vast subject, so I don't want to confuse listeners, should I say. So I can only talk of my grade 3, and just to help other people who are listening there. Because being a breast cancer survivor, I always get phone calls, I chat to other ladies, they're asking me what, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, what is it about? So with me, I am not in a position really to explain that. But my position as a survivor, I always say, even if you are to contact me today to say, Priska, I've got discomfort on my boob, I'll just say, go to your doctor. Because what I'm trying to do is, I'm not in a position to diagnose, or otherwise I might end up misleading the world. So this is where I am. My one was breast cancer, aggressive breast cancer, stage 3.
Stage 3.
Yes.
All right, so, and the process after the chemotherapy, there are like so many, I don't know if I should say myths or stories around it, about
yes,
it being like a terrible process. Maybe if you can just tell us about your process, how is it for you?
Okay. My one, it's the approach, my oncology doctor approach was different to majority. Maybe because every individual get treated as per, it's tailor-made treatment. Ndinonzwa vanhu vachitaura kuti izvo ane breast cancer ngatipe mishonga ngatidai ngadai. No, there's nothing like that. Everyone is different, and the way I responded to my treatment may be different to you. So my one, what happened is, on the day when I got my diagnosis, they consulted medically that said that they had to induce my pregnancy so that they could start treatment as soon as possible, because we didn't know how fast this cancer was affecting me. So I was admitted, everything was prepared, because I was sad and everything. It didn't work out pretty well, my fever on the day. I ended up having C-section, which was a disadvantage as well to my treatment plan, because they had to stop to give me a break, should I say, for at least it was a week, just for me to recover my C-section. So at that time, if I can be honest, it was scary, because ndanda kuziva kuti ndine cancer, and ndanda kuti iri kufamba iri kuenda kupi.
And when I control cancer, the first thing that comes to mind is death.
Exactly. And then in English, man, cancer and thanks to Mr. Google, say, but it doesn't help. For me, it didn't help, because when also information treatment, that's my opinion. So to cut story short, after I gave birth to my son, dakamira a week, 10 days, dovandatangwa treatment. Saka treatment yangu inandatanga obviswa zamu. Dagatanga with chemo. My one, it was every 2 weeks. And for me, I want to thank God, because I was told the treatment yangu yandakapiwa, it's one of aggressive treatment. Saka my doctors vanga vakatondudza, because ndiri mukadzi anoda bvudzi rake aida nzara dzake zvese, kuti I'm sorry Priska, you're gonna lose your hand, everything else. I told my side effects, right? So I tolerated well, because I listened to my instructions, and I tried, I minimized on visitors, because kanachitwa chemotherapy, your immune system is very low. So my treatments, eating healthy, and just trying, and to the guests, what I can say is kuti usachke, because wakaona munhu achinda through chemo wofunga kuti iwewe wakaenda through chemo, you will suffer the same, if it makes sense. So I had my chemo, I had my radiotherapy, and then I went for breast surgery, which we can talk later, because I think Alright,
so maybe since we're now Shikapa stage your breast surgery, I see it looks like you have both your breasts.
I've got them.
Did you get the one that was affected removed?
Yes.
So did you get a reconstruction?
Yes. When I had my boob removed, it was on medical advice. So I guess some other ladies, they get their boobs removed because they want to, or it's fashion because they want big size or anything. My one, it was basically on medical grounds. So I was hoping and praying, I fasted, hoping that Twachango visit that lump. But the medical team said the best of my health, it was good for them to remove it, which I quite agree with it. When I had removed, I went for a year. This now could without reconstruction, but it was hard to begin with. So with I went ahead to have my boob removed. It was a year before I had reconstruction, because my body had gone through a lot: C-section, chemo, radiotherapy, and everything else. So I was happy with that, because to me, so long I'm alive. That's what really mattered at that time. And during that time, very few people knew that I didn't have my actual boob. I'd lost it, because I was wearing an artificial boob.
Okay.
Yes. Which I would encourage any other ladies, even those in Zimbabwe, mainly, or third world countries where you don't get that support or that availability, that luxury of having an artificial boob or boob. You can improvise something, which I'm quite happy to share about. It's like you find breastfeeding bra or full cup bra. You mold, you can buy even cotton wool. It's so funny, but it's beautiful. It makes you feel good. I've been there with me, and luckily I got one which is already made, but when I was just trying to find out what is it in there, I find it's just cotton wool. Yeah, it was nicely molded that I could just put in my boob, right size, and there I was. And I carried on for 1 year. No problem at all. It boosted my confidence.
Wow. So tell us about the reconstruction, because I'm sure it's not everyone that can afford it. And maybe if you can elaborate on what other women can do, because I'm sure others lose self-esteem moving around with one breast.
Yes.
I mean, that's just the whole feminine part of being a woman.
That's what makes a woman, isn't it?
You see, so what can you say to women who can't afford to have the artificial breast, let's say, or to have it reconstructed, who have to live with one after the treatment?
I've been there. After surgery, I would suggest that there is something you can use or adapt to create your own boob. If you've got a bra, now I'm not talking about a full cup bra or anything just to hold and support. Surely you can create. To the viewers, if you've got any family members or anyone who's going through that, please let's support women who have had breast surgery, who are waiting to have breast surgery, or who those can't afford anymore to consider that option. We can just help even to create an artificial boob. Personally, myself, I'm challenged because I want to set up my boob bank where women who need a boob can contact me and come and pick. I'm talking on a medical reason. It doesn't cost a lot. I think the value of it, if I'm to get it done in Zimbabwe, is less than $5. But the effect it will have on a woman, it's amazing. It will boost a woman's confidence. It does give a woman hope. I've been there, and then I realized that, you know what, it's not about money. It's those little things matters in life. So to women who have had breast surgery or who are considering to have breast surgery because of medical reason, but are dreading it because of financial constraints, I would say, seriously, just do it, just go for it. And we can talk about having something just to balance your boobs.
Thank you for that. So I'm sure the way you lived your life before you were diagnosed with breast cancer, before you went through the treatment, the removal of your breast, and the reconstruction, has there been a change in your life?
Definitely there's been a great change. I was a normal girl, carefree, without worrying about anything or anything. With my cancer, I haven't got any of my family members had cancer before. And I cried asking God, why is it me? I thought, should I blame the environment? Should I blame the food I eat? And it's proven that lifestyle, hereditary, and anything else, it can be. If you've got anything of those exposures, can affect you. But myself, sadly, I was there, and coming to how I live now, the things which you may not faith personally, don't worry about, but myself, I'm kind of like cautious now. I'm worried about food I eat. I'm worried about the environment. I'm worried about anything because I've gone through a lot. My body's gone through a lot. In a positive way, it's a good thing because now I'm enjoying life. I'm appreciating life. And any setback, which my cancer was my setback, it's a preparation to be your comeback. So in short, there is life after cancer. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, so maybe to conclude, what message would you have for the women out there? Those who haven't been diagnosed with cancer, firstly, in terms of going to get checked, the processes and what needs to be done, and those who are probably going through under stress right now, or maybe someone right now has just received the news, how to handle that at that moment. What message do you have for those women out there?
Okay, my message for women is, one, this is message for every woman. Love your boobs. Be the security guard of your own boobs. Make it a habit to check your boobs. For those who've got internet, just check on how you can look out for any signs or symptoms. If you are to hear someone saying, I got diagnosis because my boobs were weeping or something, that's a different case. Like I said on my one, my boobs were just as okay. Only when I felt a lump. It could have been a coincidence or anything. So anything abnormal on your boob, don't consult a sister, go and see a doctor. If you go to any health institution, insist, just express yourself, your worries, and insist that, please, can you rule out this? Because the chances of getting effective treatment is once you get your diagnosis early. For those who have already been diagnosed with breast cancer, sisters and brothers, because breast cancer is not just for women, keep pressing on with your treatment. Let's not share medication. Let's just keep pushing on. The side symptoms can be bad, but there is hope. For those families who've got members who are affected, all the breast cancer or any cancer, all we need is support. We just need your love and support, and just be patient, because as a patient, you'll be going through a lot. So all we need, or what I can ask for, is for the family to support their loved ones during the hard time.
Okay, so you mentioned that you'd also want to help women who want to have the artificial breast. Where can people find you? Probably on social media. And maybe someone would want to ask a one-on-one question on your experience and get to know. So where can people find you on social media if they want to contact you on the artificial breast, and probably more details on breast cancer? Okay.
With myself, I'm available on Facebook. My personal Facebook, it's Priska Maguranyanga Chireka. Inbox me a message. I quite like to chat with what I call my pink sisters, because what I may speak to Faith may not even make sense or relate to her. But if you have traveled on this journey, or if you know anybody, we can relate. It's my passion to support. And for those who want boobs, I haven't got anything in store, but it's something which I can support, especially for women in Zimbabwe. I can, because people in diaspora, I'm mainly based in UK. We've got so many charities. It's one of the funded thing. So it's not a problem. At the moment, I'm here to support a sister in Zimbabwe.
All right, Priska, I think this should be. Thank you for coming through to our show and enlightening us on breast cancer. You know, we have Breast Cancer Awareness Month every year, but I think constantly talking about it within the year is always good to remind each other to go for checkups and to constantly self-test.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Faith, and it's a pleasure for you to have me here. And for the viewers who want any support, please do not hesitate to contact me on social media. I'm there, even on House of Naka, because Life After Cancer, I did set up my own, which I'll talk about at different platforms. It's Beauty Redefined. It's about beauty confidence for every woman. So with this company, that's when I'll be supporting women in need. So this is a journey for every woman, for us to support each other.
All right, it was a pleasure having you, Priska.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so if to prevent, should I say, breast cancer, or maybe after you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, are there certain foods you're supposed to eat? And in terms of exercise, how often should one exercise?
Myself, I kind of like change my food habits. I'm trying to eat healthy. It's hard, but I do try more veggie. more vegetables on my plate, so I can eat anything I want to eat, but I'll make sure that my salsa portion is smaller compared to my vegetables. Yeah, and I normally go green. I still eat anything and anything, but I'm really very cautious on how it's made. So in kind of looking at the sugar content, etc., etc. So with me, I would say I advocate for vegetables, especially the green list. That's me. But I'm not saying that I do restrict myself to anything else. I still eat anything and anything, but sensible. And to round it off, exercise. I try to walk 20 minutes a day, because as you can see, I'm not Olympian, isn't it? And being a mother as well, it's hard to go to gym for me. So I tend to exercise, and I just need time for myself just to relax. Yoga, just time for myself just to wind down and relax. And I just try to avoid anything stressful, because I've understand that it does have a huge impact on health. So I think for everyone, it's really good that if we can make those little changes without just pushing ourselves hard, because once you start putting yourself on a certain diet, it's proven that it's hard to maintain that. So we need consistency, because this is a lifetime plan. So myself, I've just realized that it's wiser for me just to eat what I eat, but eat sensibly, and put better portion or bigger portion of vegetables. And I do try just to walk 20 minutes a day.
All right, so that should be it.
Thank you
for coming through to our show.
Thank you.
And enlightening us on breast cancer.
Don't be scared.
It's always scary though to go to have the test, because now you see, like what we were talking about, that when you have been told that you have breast cancer, the first thing that comes to mind is death. So most women fear going to even find out, or even to do self-tests at home.
Yeah.
Because you're scared to feel that lump.
It's normal. All I can say is it's normal. I've been there. It's not easy. But I'm here to say to women out there, I've cried. I still cry, but there's hope. There is hope. We don't choose. And with cancer, black, white, fat, thin, health, or whatever, it can strike. So why should we live in fear? Don't ask questions like why me, why not? It can just strike on anybody. So the best way is, once you see anything abnormal on your boob, or if you feel your body is not right, go see your doctor, and everything else will be fine.
This was it from the 26 Richard Health Talk Show. For more, visit our website www.26richard.com, our Facebook page 26 Richard, and Twitter at 26 Richard. My name is Faith Zanu-PF.
Thank you.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.26richard.com. Follow us on Twitter at 26richard, and like our Facebook page 26richard.